Today's horror manga dub and narration is Lingering Farewell by Junji Ito. I'd like to give a very special thanks to Suma ASMR for agreeing to collaborate with this video. She's a super awesome voice actor, so you should totally check her out in the description below as well as pinned in the top comment. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into the video.
My mom had passed away when I was young. I think the thing I'm most afraid of in this world would be losing my dad. When I was young, there were several times that I've wailed non-stop when I dreamt that my dad had died. Don't die, Daddy!
Peekaboo! Daddy will never die, Akiko.
Even so, I was still unable to get rid of that unease. I even dreamt of this. In my dream, Daddy had turned into a toy. Even though I treated it like a treasure and played with it every day, initially, it was soon neglected and thrown into the drawer. And after an extended period of time, the toy disappeared mysteriously. A traditional wedding had always been the style of the Tokura family. Father-in-law, mother-in-law, grandma, and grandpa, pardon my immaturity, and do take care of me from now on.
After that, there was an awkward silence. But thankfully, it was soon interrupted by a small girl. Hello, Akiko-san. Then I'll be calling you sister-in-law from now on.
Yes, do take care of me, Yuka. My husband, Makoto, chose to marry me against the wishes of the Tokura family.
Oh, Akiko, cheer up. I'm sure that they'll accept us after a while. That was when the two of them peered into a room to see a grandma and grandpa. Those two there, they are my great-grandparents. They couldn't attend our wedding due to their frail bodies. Great-grandpa, great-grandma, this is my wife, Akiko. Please, do take care of her from now on. The two of them looked over and formed a smile, but Akiko couldn't help but feel a little uneasy. Akiko!
Daddy, I'm here!
Akiko and Makoto-kun must live happily ever after.
Daddy!
Akiko, you dreamt of your father's death again, didn't you?
I'm sorry, Makoto. I'm always startling you from my nightmare.
It's alright, sweetheart. Go back to sleep now. Everything's okay.
Okay.
You're so strange, Yuka. But Mom... Hey, stop laughing at me, Daddy. You too, Grandma and Grandpa. Ha 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 ha.
Speaking of which, this is a large house.
That was when she came across a strange figure in a nearby room.
Who is that?
What she saw appeared to be something out of this world. It looked over as if peering into her very soul. She screamed at the top of her lungs and fell down onto the nearby wooden floor.
Great-grandpa! Great-grandma! The ghost! There's a ghost!
The two of them looked over, but that was when she realized that they too were translucent. Later that day, Akiko, there are not ghosts.
But then, what was that? Besides, taking a closer look at your great-grandparents too.
Akiko, the one you mistook as a ghost is probably great-great-grandma. In other words, the mother of great-grandpa.
Great-great-grandma? She's still well and alive? How old is she?
125.
125?
It seems that you haven't seen everyone in the house yet. Great aunt and great uncle are still around too, even though it may be quite faint because they're about to disappear. But if you observe carefully, I think that it's still possible to see them around.
To disappear?
Great-great-grandpa and his mother used to be around as well, but now they have entirely vanished.
What happened? How did they disappear?
Well, that's because they are nothing but mere after-images.
After-image? The next morning, grandfather passed away.
The funeral was filled with flowers and offerings of all kinds, and many people came to pay their regards and respects. Even Akiko's father came to visit.
Thank you for attending, Daddy.
Are your in-laws taking good care of you, Akiko?
Yes.
All right, Makoto-kun. I'm leaving Akiko in your care.
Please, don't worry, father-in-law. I'll take care of her. And so, he left. Let's go, Akiko. The Tokura family is gathering at the inner living room. It's about to start. This is your first time, isn't it, Akiko?
The wake of my deceased father, Yakura, has come to an end. I think that it's about time that we start. Everyone, please concentrate on thinking about my father. Strongly, vigorously, pray with all your might. Even though Yakura has been cremated, but under our blood relatives, our mighty prayers, let him come back before us in his previous form. Let's do this, everyone. Pray. Pray with all your heart. Grandpa. Oh, Father.
And then, just like that, a miraculous smoke formed, followed by an anthropomorphic silhouette, until became the man they were praying for himself.
Father. Uncle Yo.
Truly, a miracle had occurred. The man himself was back. Grandpa, welcome back.
Father.
It's good that you're back, Uncle Yo. Akiko could not believe her eyes. It's exactly like I said before. He did not revive, nor did he become a ghost. It is merely a phantom created from our immense concentration. That is what we termed as an afterimage. So, from a scientific perspective, it shouldn't even exist. We can still contact them, and we can even hold a conversation with them. But that might just be an illusion after all. Even though there are conversations, they never give answers beyond our expectations. Even so though, we are still inclined to create afterimages of our blood relatives. To a close member of his family, only an afterimage of the deceased is able to soothe the pain of his family. As such, the afterimages are often still regarded as members of our family. But the afterimages will fade. As time passes, the afterimages will become a blur, and even its existence will become fate. And then, after about 20 years, they will vanish entirely. After they are gone, they can never reappear. It doesn't matter no matter how many prayers are done. But these 20 years would have provided sufficient time to say goodbye, and also to calm our own feelings. If great-great-grandma was still alive, She would have been 125 years old. She has been an afterimage for 19 years, so it's almost her time to disappear. But compared to back then when she passed away, father, grandma, and even I were now able to accept her death. Thinking about it, 20 years is way more than sufficient to say goodbye.
Hey, Makoto, can I ask for a favor?
Hmm?
When my dad passes away in the future, is it possible to make an afterimage of my dad for me?
I knew you'd ask. An afterimage of your kin is very important to you, but it is not enough with one person's strength. The key to creating an afterimage is teamwork. I'll discuss it with my parents tonight, but frankly, don't expect much. Later that night.
What are you saying, Makoto?
Exactly, that's ridiculous. Most importantly, making an afterimage of Akiko's dad, it doesn't benefit us in any way.
Makoto, there's no room for discussion about this.
I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I'm really sorry about my selfish request.
The harshness of his family caused Akiko to cry. Her cries could be heard down the hallway from inside her room. That was when the young girl approached her. Please don't hate Mommy and Daddy. They are actually really nice, even though you see them like this.
I know, Yuka. It's all because I was too willful. I'll apologize to them again tomorrow. Yuka is so understanding of my feelings. Thank you.
That's because I really like sister-in-law.
Thank you. I really like you too, Yuka.
But in an unexpected turn of events, she too was an afterimage.
Huh? Ne, Makoto. Is Yuka?
So you've realized, Akiko. Actually, Yuka too is an afterimage. Yuka died from an illness 10 years ago. Recently, her afterimage has also started to become faint. Hey, Mommy. What's wrong, Yuka? Please forgive sister-in-law. She's a very good sister-in-law. Mommy knows that very well. Mommy, I love you the most, Mommy. I really want to live by your side forever. I don't even want to get married. Is that okay, Mom? Sure. You can stay with Mommy forever. Never leaving me. Never vanishing.
As time passes, great-great-grandma, great-aunt, and great-uncle had disappeared. The afterimages of great-grandma and great-grandpa have become light as clouds. A few days ago, I joined the Tokura family in a collateral funeral to create an afterimage. Having participated in several of such ceremonies, I had become a part of the Tokura family, earnestly praying as well. But even though we'd been married for 8 years, my in-laws still remained cold and distant towards me. I thought it was because of my lack of effort, hence I worked extra hard to serve them. Of course, my husband too.
Honey, your bento!
Makoto-kun? Hey, didn't we promise to meet at the train station? No, I wanted to see you earlier. Akiko was in shock. How could he do this to her? She was his loving and devoted wife.
Honey, we need to talk. The lady you met this morning is Mori-san from your company, right? Is there something special going on between you two?
Yes.
Then, what are you going to do?
What am I going to do? I'm probably going to marry her sooner or later.
What did you say? No way! I'm not divorcing you!
Akiko, don't worry. I will not be divorcing you. Since I married you, I'm committed to you.
Listen to yourself. How are you going to marry her without divorcing me? Quit taking me for a fool. I will clarify with Mori-san.
No!
Give me your phone.
I already said no! I'm sorry, Akiko. Sorry. I should have told you earlier. I truly am sorry.
Huh?
You see, 10 years ago when we were about to get married, just a day before our wedding, you met with a fatal accident. You died on the spot. I begged my father, begging him to make an afterimage of you. I was cruelly rejected, and so I begged each and every Tokura member. Pathetic, isn't it? But they made an exception for me, and then we got married.
Liar. You're lying.
If you think I'm lying, you can go back home and take a good look at your family cemetery. Your name column should still be erected at the back of your tombstone.
Then I am...
Yes, you are an afterimage.
I'm an afterimage. I would vanish in another 10 years. If I think like that, I'm strangely more relaxed. The next day I secretly went to the backyard of the Tokura family.
Sister-in-law, sister-in-law, where are you going?
I bowed several times and bid farewell to Yuka. Now that I think about it, facing his wife, who kept waking up from nightmares of her father's death, I wonder how Makoto felt about it. Have I ever woke up crying from a nightmare about Makoto's death? I really should be the one apologizing to him. I would be gone after another 10 years. Between Daddy and I wonder who will leave first. I think I would likely be leaving first.
Akiko, what's wrong, sweetheart?
Daddy, I'm home.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story. I'd like to give a special thanks to my Patreons, Sarah DeJesus, Moto Surf, and Noah D. Thank you very much. I hope you all are having a great night, and remember, you're important and you matter. Goodbye.